smile, a memory of every place I've been. Redheads, blondes, and cool brunettes, loved every girl I found. But I couldn't stick around too long. I like to spread myself around. They won't get me. Me. They won't get me.
Okay, well, looks like somebody wasn't man enough to make it through this film pilgrimage. I don't know what that means. So anyway, the supercomputer magically comes back on and continues bazapping the shit out of Superman. To gather the power needed to do this, it drains electricity from everywhere, apparently. We also see Lana and her doof kid on the subway still trying to find Clark. Oh, and according to the newspaper, Superman's super again, so you know. So Richard Pryor bumbles into a fire axe and decides to save the day himself. He takes the axe and slaughters the hell out of GLaDOS from Portal.
You monster.
And we call it a day. Then an awkward sound and a terrible special effect push Richard Pryor away. Well, Superman realizes he needs yellow sun to power back up, or he just decides, fuck these assholes, I'm out of here, and leaves the cave.
Don't leave us alone in here, Superman!
Bimbo Lady and Creeper Sister try and follow suit. Bimbette makes it out, but Raiden from Mortal Kombat Special Effects grab the sister and pull her back in.
Sis?
August 2012. Nearly 2 years had passed since that godforsaken video. Superman 3 had scarred me for life. Followed me everywhere. Couldn't get it out of my mind. Those images, they haunted me. I knew it was my white whale. It was the first thing that people would ask me everywhere I went.
Hey, mister, you ever gonna finish Superman?
Enough. I'm putting this evil thing to rest, once and for all.
So where were we? Oh, right. We see the wide-awake nightmare bazapping her brother and the blonde with some generic power. Like, it looks like some kind of filler effect, and they said, yeah, we'll put Ghostbuster shit over it later. And they never did. So Superman gets the f*** out of there and flies back to Smallville to grab the acid that had no purpose earlier in the film. You see, it's an example of Superman's unknown power, plot convenience out the ass. So Superman returns with the acid, which according to the computer readout is harmless. Then he deflects the not quite finished beam back towards the robot, whose apparent weak point was the groin and belly area, and it promptly falls down like an idiot. So the computer has Supes hung up and he desperately fumbles with the deadly acid. And that brings me to a real big problem that I have with this particular film. Why does this computer give Superman such a hard time? It's not Brainiac, the living computer from Krypton. It's not Metallo, the cyborg with the kryptonite heart. It's not even the weird 90s part robot, part Superman thing. This thing is just a Macintosh with a fucking attitude problem, and for some reason it completely screws Superman up. So Supes finally uncorks the acid, which immediately turns into the emotion slime from Ghostbusters 2.
Your love lifting me higher.
And somehow that completely destroys the evil robot, even though literally the strongest being on Earth couldn't do shit to it. Out of the rubble, we see Robot Sister is miraculously fine, and most important, Richard Pryor doesn't have a scratch on him. But what about not Lex Luthor or the bimbo blonde lady? Are they okay? Are they dead? Does Superman have blood on his hands? Not important, Richard Pryor doesn't have a scratch on him. So Superman flies Pryor out of there, and they banter about exactly what happened.
Guess it died of acid indigestion.
So Superman drops Pryor off at a coal minery and he snags a piece of coal and crushes it into a diamond because Lana had to pawn her diamond ring off at some point and now he's gonna replace it. Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. So Superman leaves Pryor to get an honest job and lead a regular life. Pryor decides he'd rather just do some more shtick, and that's the last we see of him. So then Clark replaces Lana Ring, and whoops, he bends down to pick something up, and when, uh-oh, Brad shows up. You know what? I'm not going to even say anything. I'm just going to present this scene without context, and I'll let you make your own decisions.
Really not the nice guys. Finish.
Why is there so much goddamn shtick in a f***ing Superman movie? So hey, we're back at the Daily Planet. Who's that lady reporter again? Doesn't matter, she's not important. Oh, but how foolish of me. How could I have forgotten the most vital of loose ends that has not been tied yet in this film? The f***ing no longer leaning Tower of Pisa subplot. Thank Christ we got resolution on that. And then Superman flies into space and looks longingly at the sun like he's just gonna soar into the heart of it and end it all here. The end. So what does this all mean? It means the movie's goddamn terrible. But beyond that, the problem here is that Superman 3 is not a Superman film. It's a Richard Pryor movie with special guest Superman. That's why the plot is all about what is the wacky computer genius up to, and not the fucking adventures of Superman. Look, it's refreshing when a comic movie decides to have a little bit of comic relief. I mean, the whole concept of comic books in general are ridiculous and silly and bright and wonderful. So a movie doesn't have to be 1000% gritty and real to be any good when it deals with comics. But when they go the complete opposite direction and it's a goddamn Three Stooges film, that's not the answer. I mean, this thing has the stupid building skiing, the entire opening title sequence, goddamn super sex, air bubble, the robot possession. Why? Why did it happen? Who signed off on the robot possession? Who was like, no, that's a great plot. No, f*** you if you sign off on that. That's terrible. It's totally horrendous, and once it tanked in the box office, everybody pretty much joined hands across the world and agreed that this was the worst thing ever to happen to Superman. That wasn't until the Man of Steel movie. Alright, it's been a year. I consider this movie an embarrassment. This review is done, and I'm leaving Talking to Superman up to Max goddamn Landis.
I look at all the photographs and every girl's dream. On every smile a memory of every place I've been.